Good morning, Kings. We're in Psalm 119 this morning, focusing on verse 20, but we're going to start in verse 19. I am a sojourner on the earth. Hide not your commandments from me. My soul is consumed with longing for your rules at all times. The psalmist is saying that his soul desires God's rules while he's living here on the earth, not just some of the time, but all of the time. One of the things that I hear all the time at an increasingly alarming rate is concern about how dark this world is getting. And it's not hard to think of why. When my parents were growing up, it was almost unheard of to have locks on your doors. Now we can't imagine any house without having one. Our justice system used to be about justice. Now it's about setting deterrents. Their words, not mine. Disagreement used to be part of dialogue. Now the conversation is canceled if there's the slightest bit of disagreement on anything. Truth used to be objective, and now everyone has their own truth. Why is the world like this? Well, because in the absence of God's rules, everyone does what is right in their own eyes. That phrase is the bookends of the darkest section in the Bible. As it says in Judges 17:6 and 21:25, in those days there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in their own eyes. Now let's contrast that with God's commandments. Jesus said in Mark 12:31, "You shall love your neighbor as yourself." And he adds, "There is no commandment greater than these." Think about that. All of God's laws and principles hang on the commandments to love God and to love others as ourselves. So God's rules are commentary on how to do that. The psalmist is longing for not just rules, but a world that reflects God's heart, that is, the kingdom of heaven. For today's reflection questions. Do you long for God's word, not just knowing what is right, but to live in such a way that honors others? And how might God's commandments guide your relationships today? Well, that's it for today's reflection. We live here for now, but we desire a better country, a city prepared by God, where he dwells with his people, and he will wipe away every tear from their eyes. And death, mourning, crying, pain, they will be no more, for the former things will have passed away.